This program is brought to you by Emory University.
I'm working for Marine Corps University, the Command and Staff College. Essentially, that's where not just Marines, but all members of the armed forces send their officers to learn about basically how to wage war in the 21st century now. So unlike a lot of the people in the clinic that are with me now, I'm working on several projects for this organization. I'm working for 3 different classes and working on 6 different assignments. They range from preparing a final written assignment that kind of acts as a like a capstone course for a lot of these officers, and a bunch of smaller issues such as where does the law of armed conflict fit into certain things that the U.S. military will have to face, whether it's humanitarian assistance, disaster recovery, or even after a conflict, something called DDR, which is disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration, basically trying to get fighters from their fighting back into society, and not only that, but do something in society, be a part of it, and not be some ostracized group afterwards, which could lead to worse things down the road. I've learned a lot. In undergrad, I was a poli-sci major, and I did international relations, so I knew a bit about the laws of war and how you go to war, justify it, how you can act during war, but certainly learned a lot more. And you start to realize when you're doing this kind of stuff for the clinic, you build this knowledge that puts you well ahead of most people out there. And especially in international humanitarian law, which Professor Blank's clinic really is one of a kind in this country. It really teaches you stuff and puts you on a plane that you're above most other people out there that getting into this business. And I was able to talk with Marines, officers, other professors in the field, and you get the feeling that you might not be as expert as them yet, but you're up there with them. You can really just have a conversation with them and know what you're talking about, and it's really very different from just sitting in the class or looking at your book and trying to memorize something for a test. And it's very interesting to work with the civilians at Marine Corps University, but also the lieutenant colonels that are there who they're not just asking you to do work for them because they know what you're doing for them is the most important thing you could possibly be doing. The assignments I'm doing are going to be integrated into the syllabus next year, and that means our future commanders are going to be using the stuff I created to make sure that they go out and obey the laws of war. And that's just like a really cool little thing to consider when you're doing all this work.